Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books and go beyond. I'm your host. I'm Renee. Come on, Raina. Come on. Come on. I've got a co-host here. She's being a little standoffish today because, as you can see, we have Riley visiting again. I had introduced him one other time when he was here, and we are sitting for him again. So he's co-hosting as well as Raina once she gets over her pouting. But they will both be excited because the snack of the day is Pure Being, grain-free beef and cheddar recipe chewy dog treats. So that's a mouthful. And I will get you a treat, Mr. Riley, for being so good and coming up here. Raina, you need to show your pretty little face too. Go, buddy. No, you don't like those? Who knew? No, maybe. He's deciding. Raina likes them. I knew she would. But anyway, today's video is a tag video, and it is going to be the, let me get the exact name here, Get to Know My Taste tag. I was tagged by Leslie at Books, Gurs, and Purrs, and that's Gurrs, and Purrs, Purrs. So Books, Gurs, and Purrs. And her name is Leslie. The last time I said something about her channel, I didn't have her first name correct. So yes, that is the person that tagged me. I'm not sure who originated this tag. I have here that there are original tag videos by Sam at Thoughts on Tomes, and Mari at My Name is Mari. So yeah, okay. Let's take a look at the prompts. The first one asks, how do you rate books? Give a quick rundown of how you do your star ratings, or if you don't use star ratings, how do you evaluate books? Well, I do give a star rating. Usually when I do a full review of a book, I'll give a star rating with it. And to me, a 5-star means that not only did I really enjoy it on many levels, maybe intellectual, emotional, love the characters, learn something from the story, all of those kinds of things. But also, I think that almost anyone would like that book. And so those are my 5-star. I'll go to a 4 when I think that for the genre, it was a good book, a good solid book that, I really enjoyed, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend to everybody because I know there are people who probably wouldn't like it at all, for whatever reason. Then a 3 is, average. That one's kind of just hanging in there. Maybe I'm glad I read it, but definitely wouldn't recommend it to other people. A 2, not a good book at all. And I don't usually give a 1, but I guess if I had a book that I truly felt was a 1, I would go ahead and do that. I just never have. But anyway. Number 2 is, how do you approach reviewing books? What's your review style? Are you analytical, emotional, casual, or structured? I do mine in a pretty structured way. I do a brief synopsis of the story. I try to make it as brief as possible without any spoilers. And then I'll usually go into maybe something else that's important about the book. Did I learn something from it? Did I really think some of the characters were outstanding, or the themes, something along those lines? And then finally, I'll wrap it up by giving my rating and talking about why I gave that rating. So I'd say that I'm pretty structured. If I'm getting emotional, it's because that's a book that really touched me. And I'll say so. I don't mind saying so at all. Number 3, what's the book that made you a reader? Whether it was your first favorite or the one that got you hooked. What book started it all? Well, I'm not sure exactly, but I do remember loving the series Ramona the Pest, Ramona and Beezus was her, I think, either best friend or sister. I can't really remember now. So I remember loving that when I was a child. There was not really that much Dr. Seuss at the time, but there was some. So I remember liking those, Hop on Pop and that kind of thing. And then really the thing that I started reading on my own without having a parent read to me was the Bobbsey twins. And I loved that series. I think it's why I still like mysteries and thrillers and things like that. Um, yeah, I probably read just about the whole series of Bobbsey twins. So yeah, that's what got me started. Also, I loved Pippi Longstocking. Number 4, do you have a genre niche? Are there certain genres you gravitate toward, or do you read widely across genres? I think I read pretty widely across genres, but there are some that I just am not really all that interested in. Fantasy would be one. Romances I do occasionally read, but it's pretty limited. Probably my overall go-to genre is mystery thriller. I love coming of age stories. Um, yeah, so I would say those. And I'm really starting to like and appreciate historical fiction as well. How about for a snack? Here you go. Here you go. Raina, it'd be nice if you came up here, baby. Come on, come on. Oh, there we go. You can see your face at least. Okay, so let's see. Number 5. Do you generally prefer character-driven or plot-driven stories? I would say a general preference to character-driven, but I mean, thrillers are generally plot-driven. So, yeah, I guess I can cross that boundary pretty easily. But I do love a really good character-driven uh, story with quirky characters. Yeah. Number 6, what's a book you love so much that you don't care if others don't like it? What's that one book you love enough for everyone? Probably the Patricia Cornwell series of K. Scarpetta. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if anyone else likes it, and many people do. So, that's kind of not valid, but I mean, I have recommended it to people who've turned around and said, no, just don't like it. And I mean, that's fine. That's them. I don't take offense at it, certainly. I mean, but I'll still keep loving the series. I don't think that anything that anyone said could change my mind. I guess I should put it that way. Number 7, what's a book you love so much that if someone else doesn't like it, their reading tastes don't align? The book or books where a difference of opinion is a strong indicator of different reading preferences. Now, for that, for some reason, I'm going to pick a different author. It almost seems like it should be the same one. But I would say John Grisham. If people don't like his stories, then I kind of feel like they're not in my genre at all, because I always like his characters. I like his plots. I think they're awesome. I really like the hook that he puts in the story so that you get interested in it almost right away. I love learning about the law in the stories. So, yeah, if people don't like those, I kind of go, I'm not sure what I could recommend to you then that you might like. We're going to have to continue this conversation. Number 8, what's in your trash pocket? What books, tropes, or themes that you know are bad, but you love them anyway? um, I don't know. Nothing. I hope nothing that I read is bad. I know some of the things I read may not be the highest form of literature ever produced, but that's okay. Reading can be a lot of things. It's for fun. It's for education. It's for enjoyment, entertainment. It can be for so many things. I don't read to impress other people. So, I mean, yeah, nothing. There's really nothing that's bad, or books are not trash. So, yeah. Number 9, do you have any deal breakers in books? Something that, if present, immediately turns you off from a book. There was a question that was very, Riley's so interested, isn't he? There was a question that was very similar to this in another tag that I did recently. And a deal breaker a lot of times for me will be if there's any kind of cruelty towards children, any kind of cruelty towards animals. I'll probably at least want to know a little bit more about what that is and maybe get some sense of how I'm going to feel about that before just plowing ahead and reading the book. So I gave Holly as an example, the book Holly by Stephen King. I like Stephen King, and I've read a lot of his now more recent books. And I'm going back and reading some of his older ones as well that I had missed along the years. And when I saw Holly, I thought, oh, what's that about? And when I found out, I didn't think that I would be able to read it. So yeah, I'd say that can be a deal breaker. Prompt number 10, what's a strong opinion you have about a book released within the last year? Whether it's overrated, underrated, or just a take you need to share. Well, I think I'll come back to that one. Trying to think of a book that would be just a perfect example of it. And I know that it exists somewhere in my mind. But anyway, number 11, what do you look for in writing? What makes a book stand out to you? Is it prose style, themes, voice, structure, or something else? I would say probably themes, style, and maybe voice to some extent. I've always admired people that could do things just in this voice that just puts you right there in the person's feelings and why they're feeling that way. It can really make a great reading experience. But yeah, I just look for good writing, I think. I mean, I want it to be clear. I want it to be descriptive. And I want the characters to be someone that I can identify with in some way, even if they're not like me at all, but I still can understand how they feel and why they might be doing some of the things that they're doing. Number 12, this is a good question. How do you decide what to read next? Do you plan ahead, mood read, or follow external factors, such as hype, recommendation, ARCs, that kind of thing? Well, I decide what to read next by, I try to pick a variety. I try to pick something that's older, something that's newer. I try to throw in a banned book. I have to make room for my book of the month, which I usually don't have at the very, very beginning of the month while I'm making my little TBR for the month. But then as the month goes on, if I find a book at the library or something that I just have always wanted to read, and it's like, oh, wow, there it is. I mean, I'll grab it and bump something up right off that TBR. So I guess I do a little bit of everything. I make a plan, but it's a loose plan. I'm ready to just abandon that plan if I see a better opportunity coming ahead. Number 13, where do you get inspiration for your BookTube content? What sparks your video ideas, other creators, trends, personal reading experiences? Wow, I'd say like a little bit of everything, maybe not so much trends, but I definitely watch a lot of BookTube. I think we've all talked about that at times. And so, yeah, other creators definitely influence me. And I always appreciate being tagged. I appreciate a good buddy read with people and things like that. So I'd say there's definitely an influence from other creators. And I watch what you're reading. And, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, great idea. I should go back and read that book. I've never read it before, something I really want to read. Or, oh, there's a brand new book that you really enjoyed. I'll pick that up. So, yeah, I'd say definitely from other creators and personal reading experiences. I do try to put just personal experiences in with the reviews in a sense, or as I talk about the books. I mean, there is a personal reason why you like or don't like that book. And if you can share, I'm not saying everybody should share their whole life story, but if you can share, it's kind of interesting to hear that. You may have some very unique reasons why you like or don't like a particular book. Number 14, if you could make any book go viral right now, what would it be? A book you think deserves more attention and why? I'd say of the ones that I read recently, I think that Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey should have more attention focused on it. It's an excellent thriller, and it's very unique the way that it's written. And I think a lot of people would really like it, but I don't see that much about it on on YouTube. I don't see that many people reading it. But that's one that I would definitely recommend. I rated it, I believe, a 4.5 or 4.7 or something like that. I mean, it was almost a 5 for me. And it was a really, really good book. So that's a new one that I think people should take a second look at and decide if they want to read or not. Finally, number 15, who are some booktubers with similar tastes to you? I would say there's a lot that I watch regularly, and I get reading ideas from Pat from Book Chat with Pat, Kelly from Kelly Loves Books and Movies. We read a lot of the same books. Ellen from Ellen Made Book Club. We read a lot of the same books. Brian from Adventures in Reading. I've done buddy reads with him. I've done buddy reads with Daniela from Uncommon Reader. She's somebody who I think has some similar tastes to what I do. So yeah, I'm sure there's others that I could name. I don't mean to slight anyone, but there's a variety of people that I watch, and that's the reason why, really, is because it does give me those ideas. So finally is just tag some other people, and I will definitely do that in the description. This is an interesting tag. The questions are very specific, but they do make you think. And there's some different ones here other than kind of the ones that you see routinely. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's good to kind of go over the same information sometime. But this has some things that are a little bit different. So I will definitely tag some people, and I appreciate being tagged. Leslie from Books, Gurs, and Purrs. And I guess we're going to have one more snack for the road. Come on, Raina, you can come up here. Come on, girl. Come on, girl, you can do it. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yes, see? Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I didn't go back and answer number 10, so I'll do that now. What's a strong opinion you have about a book released within the last year, whether it's overrated, underrated, or just a take you need to share? I'm not sure this exactly qualifies, but I'll say that in general, I wish more people would read banned books. And I wish when you look at a book and you decide that you're going to read it and you're going to review it on your channel, I wish you would look up and see, are there any bans against this? And at least mention it in the review if so. I mean, you have to necessarily commit to reading a certain number, but it would be great if we had more people that were mentioning bans and maybe some of the reasons behind them and the kinds of books that are being banned. That would just be great. So I'm going to say that I have a strong feeling about that. So thanks.